my name. Make me forget everything when you call me late at night. I remember you touching my body, the way you get to me deep where my heart is. Love me so good, but I wish I was heartless. Love me so good, but I wish I was heartless, yeah.
Hey guys.
Hi guys.
We're here at a Love's again.
That's where we live.
It seems like it now.
Yeah.
But it's kind of been hit or miss this week.
Oh my gosh. We were just like frantic. We were thinking, okay, we got calls and we made calls and it was either the box was not quite long enough for the customer or the deadhead was too much and we needed like you to be here right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing after another. It's just been crazy.
Yeah,
Then
I mean, there's a couple of loads. It's like they just put it on the board, and it's like they wanted you to be there yesterday. No,
that was the whole last 2 days. It'd come up, and we're like, okay, we can do that. Need you here by 2 o'clock, and it's 12 o'clock. We're like, there's no way. I mean, you have to be sitting right there at the place. Yeah. So I don't know what that was. Shippers waiting to the last minute.
And one of the things we try to do is we always try to book a load for the weekend, something that runs over the weekend.
Always.
Because,
definitely want the weekend.
Especially, wasn't as bad with FedEx, but with Landstar, there's not many agents that work on the weekends.
Nope.
I mean, occasionally exceptions to every rule, but occasionally you will see a load or two pop up, but it's not likely, and it doesn't happen often. So
usually what happens on Friday at 5 o'clock is still there on Monday, but it may be covered, may not be covered, but they're not answering until Monday, depending on which coast they're on.
Right.
So if you don't have it by Friday, you might be sitting.
Right.
And a lot of people do that out here. We see that. It's very common.
We had several things we called about. It just kind of fell through.
So we're sitting here going, oh my gosh. It's Thursday and we are going to be sitting the weekend.
Right.
Even if we get something small, we're probably going to be sitting the weekend.
And then add in the weather. It's been pouring rain like nonstop for the past 3 days. It has not stopped for 3 days. So
we've been driving around crazy people driving in the rain, and that adds to it. So, but anyway, we were just like, oh my gosh, I don't know. And so we had lunch. We went ahead and cleaned the truck. Yeah. We cleaned the vents. Replaced the stuff.
It's anytime that you do end up with any downtime, it's good to think about things like that on the truck and kind of make use of your time, because as with a lot of things, it's either all or nothing sometimes. It's like you're running nonstop or you just don't have anything and you're sitting and waiting.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And we went to the gym. We went to the gym yesterday and today, which was very nice, because you gotta, life's a balance. You have to balance everything. Your health and your family and your finances, it's all got to be balanced out.
Right.
So we're trying to throw that in, which that was the best part of it, I guess.
Right.
But anyway, so we did actually end up taking a load with an agent. I don't believe we worked with them before.
No, I don't
this
think
one. So that's good to make new agent contact. We like that. Seemed very nice.
Well, and it turned out we went for, I don't know, a day and a half, 2 days with no load at all. and then we got 2 loads like within 5 minutes of each other.
Yeah, that's just the way it goes. Absolutely.
So now we're booked up for the rest of this pay week. I mean,
Right.
It's nonstop. We
Yep.
pick up tomorrow, and our first one is a round trip actually.
It's like a bumblebee run. If you truck drivers are familiar with the West Coast, they do something called a bumblebee run.
Yeah.
You pick up an empty
pick up-
container
yeah.
and you go fill it, then you bring back the
Or you
empty,
take a full one, bring it back,
Or the
bring it
full,
back
yeah.
empty, whatever.
whatever.
But it's a round trip. It's something kind of like that.
But this is East Coast
yeah
bumblebee.
yeah.
It's overnight. It's quick.
Hmm. Well, we have more time getting there to start with.
Yes.
Because we pick up like midday tomorrow, and then we have until Sunday morning to be there. But then it has to turn around and be back by the Monday morning.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so you only got 24 hours to turn around and bring it back. So,
Right. So we're going to be team driving for sure on that
Mhm.
one. And that's actually a really good load.
Yeah, it was. The pay was good, and you know,
And we're running the weekend
like
on
I
it.
said, we're running the weekend. That's
Yay.
one of our pet peeves, I guess, because I mean, otherwise, you know, you end up sitting at a truck stop or a rest area or something all weekend if you don't have anywhere to be. So
Right.
try to avoid that at all costs, and not to mention, I mean, we're out here to make money, so we're trying to run loads
Don't
all the
wanna
time.
sit.
We don't want to sit.
Don't want to sit. And then
Sometimes it's necessary. It's just part of it, but we try to eliminate as much of it as possible and try to just keep moving. So that's why we try to stack our loads and get several at a time to go back
Right.
to back.
So on that note, stacking. So we had this one nailed down. We've got commitment on it. So we looked out to where we're going to be on come Tuesday,
Right.
and so a load was available
Actually Monday.
Monday.
The first one we delivered by
Monday,
Right.
and then it delivers on Tuesday. So this is an overnight run too.
Right.
So we're going to pick up in Charlotte, and we're heading to New Orleans.
Right. And one thing we're able to do also, when we're looking for a load, is we set up our load alerts with Landstar. You can do that on their website. You can do it on their app.
Right.
And there's tons of criteria you can put in there. You can put in the rate per mile. Actually, I think it requires a rate per mile, but you start out with the location, the date range, the mileage. It can be within 500 miles.
How much money you want the load
Yeah,
to?
total revenue, rate per mile, all that kind of stuff. If you want to get an email, if you want to get a phone call, or if you want to get both. And that really helps because we try to look at the board as much as we can.
Can't refresh
but
it and look at it all day.
Yeah, sometimes you can miss something, and this will alert you as soon as something comes out. And I guess like the weather, when it rains it pours, because like I said, when we got the one load, within 5 minutes we had another, and we started driving to get ourselves in position
Oh,
to pick up
gosh.
tomorrow. And then an agent that we've worked for quite often calls us up and
Right.
offers a load. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like all at one time. It was
Right.
It was like tumbleweeds, and then loads are coming at us.
Right.
We're getting the load alerts, we're getting phone calls, and
Right.
which turns out that can be bittersweet. Also, it's like you commit to a load, and like the moment you do, like this, a better load comes available.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff.
can't look at them after that.
Yeah, it's best not to.
Because
but,
you can't just sit and wait. I mean, if you
Right.
sit and wait, you might get nothing. Like Chris always
Yeah.
says, it's better to have
guarantee.
a guarantee. And this really, these two together make out our week that we really need
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've said before, we kind of have a dollar amount that we want to
Yep.
grows ourselves
Yep.
for the
We
week.
met it last week, and this week is almost there.
Yeah.
So if we try to, and once we get that going and it's really busy, then we'll raise it up. And if you try to meet a certain, you'll always go a little bit above it. So we always have to have something.
Seems to work that way for us anyway.
Yes. But our second job, actually, the one that's going to New Orleans, is going to the Superdome. So we're taking some, I guess, some booth material
It's like a trade show. Or
like a
something,
trade
I think.
show. We're taking, it's a dry run.
Which we've done those types of loads before. They can be rather interesting.
Yes.
But, and differs from each one, kind of how organized it is, because it can
Right.
be really smooth or quite the opposite.
Well, now we know already we have contact information on both ends, and they're actually going to meet us and unload us outside the Superdome, which is wonderful.
Yeah, it's one of
because
those.
it gets crazy in there at the docks. Yeah.
And it's one of those where you know, we contact 30 minutes before we arrive.
Yeah.
And
so it's going to work out, but we'll let you know more about the Superdome one and the other one too, actually, after we do it. But we're super psyched about it. We're rolling, yay!
Yeah, just
So
happy.
We're headed
Happy
in
to
the
be
morning.
rolling again.
Excited. Anyway, we'll talk to you later this week. Thanks for watching.
There's something about the way that you say my name, make me forget everything when you call me late at night. I remember you touching my body, the way you get to me deep where my heart is. Love me so good, but I wish I was heartless. Say my name, make me forget everything when you call me late at night. I remember you touching my body, the way you get to me deep where my heart is. Love me so good, but I wish I was heartless. Yeah.